Hi, it's Liz Sneddon. Let's have a look at pilot studies. So a pilot study is when we send out our questionnaire to a small group of people and get them to test it for us. So that involves collecting a little bit of data, and then what we do with that data is we look at it in more detail and think, is that what I expected? Are there any changes I should make to my questions based on the results that I have? And so that's when we can add more feedback to it. So let's have a look. So here's an example of one that I did. And the first step that I do is I just look at and write a sentence summarising what I see. So I can see from these graphs here that there were 3 respondents who all had a device, and they were either in year 11 or year 12. So those graphs, the data looks to be expected. Nothing jumps out at me as needing to be changed. Then I have this graph here. So this is looking at the question, what devices do you have? And people ticked all of those. Now what I noticed was that one of the students who did this pilot study selected other. And if I think about that, that doesn't tell me what the device is, it's just that they had some other device. So one of the things that I might do is to add an open question where the students can then, if they select other, they can go on and actually give me the detail of what other device they had. So that will add more information to what I've already got. This information here, so this is a question that looked at how many devices we have, and what I noticed from the graph is that students had up to 4 devices, and that's making me wonder about when I extend this out to a whole big group of people in my target population, is it worth having more options? So in the options at the moment, I've got one from 0 up to 5, but given that there's quite a few people that had 4, I wonder if there might be people that might have 6 or 7 different devices, and so I wonder how much that variation is. So in order to capture that data of how much variation there is, I might want to add some more options into my question. So I might have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then a 10 plus. And that might give me more data that I can actually have a better understanding of the variation in that data. This question here looked at what operating system students had, and we can see there that they've either got the iOS, which is our Apple Mac computers, or they've got the Windows operating system. So that question looks fine from the data that I've got there now. The last one that I've got is looking at how many hours a day students use their device for. And I can see from the results that a lot of people spent between 2 hours and then over 5 hours. So if I now reflect on that and think, well, we've been through this lockdown, and during lockdown, I know I'm on my device a lot more hours than I was previously. So I wonder if I actually need to extend the amount of time, because at the moment my options only go from 0 up to 5 hours. And if I think about how many hours we're awake for, typically 12 hours a day, and I wonder if I need to be able to gather more detailed information because students might actually be on their devices for a lot longer than I anticipated previously. So that will be one of my reflections, and one of my changes is that I might actually add some more options here. So if I take my 5 plus category and over 5 hours and split that up into 5 to 6 hours, 7 to 8 hours, 9 to 10, and then over 11, that will again allow me to see the variation a bit more, but also it'll cover, I think, much more widely the time that students actually spend on their devices. So that's the kind of things we'll look at when we look at a pilot study, as we look at the data and results, and hopefully that has been helpful for you. Thanks for watching.